What is happening, guys? It's Monster Chappie, and we're back today for another video. And with that being said, I just want to say thank you guys, truly from the bottom of my heart. The support and love you guys have showed me. This is the 10,000 sub appreciation video right here, man. And I'm going to try to stay calm because I don't want to get too excited. Start screaming and raging on on tape. But man, I'm just freaking excited, man. I'm very happy. You guys have been freaking awesome, and I love you guys to death. And what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna give you some great defensive knowledge and tips and help, and it's also gonna help you offensively as well. Now, the first thing we're going to do is look at a blitz that was posted on Madden Daily's channel a little while ago. And this blitz was actually made by Takeaway GettemBooman. And right here, they're in the 4-3 over plus. You can use the Mike Sam 2 Buzz or the Mike Sam 3. But it's been rumored that it doesn't work in practice mode. And generically speaking, that is true. But it does work in practice. You just have to know how to tweak it. And why would you want to tweak it for practice mode if it doesn't work in the game? Well, the reason being is you want to be able to practice it in practice mode. I will practice in game mode fine, and you know there's nothing wrong with that, but it's about as many repetitions as possible. And the way to get the most repetitions as quickly as possible is in practice mode. So with that being said, we can get this blitz to work in practice mode, as you're going to see here. Let's go ahead and set this up. Alright, should be good to go now. Bam! The blitz got through in practice mode. Oh my gosh! Alright, I'm going to save the suspense. All you need to do really to get this to work in practice mode is the only difference between the regular blitz and this one is that you want to just slide this defender here over one step. So I'm going to do that one step again. Bam! He should slide one step. That should be one click on the left stick to the left, and he should move. You can move most linemen like that. You can move them a step over, but don't move anybody else. But just this defensive tackle that's actually going to come through the A-gap, you want to just move him over that one step, and again, the blitz will work as it would in an actual game because that's the big difference. So with that being said, that's how you set it up to work in practice mode. Now, again, I'm not going to post the setup for that. If you want to check it out, you can check it out on Madden Daily's channel. But I'm going to show you guys one way I like to attack it. And what I feel is probably the best way to attack it. And first off, to pick it up, all you would need to do is come on a play-action play as TMF noted. Pinch the offensive line and block the running back. And you will pick it up, as you can see here. And at that point, you should be able to get a guy somewhere down the field open. One more time here. Set the blitz up itself. Didn't actually set it up that last time. But go ahead, block a guy, pinch that line. And as you can see, it's going to pick up everything. That time, that guy coming off the right edge did get loose, but if we block the running back to the right, he would actually pick him up. So just depending on what play you're doing and things like that, you know, may determine which way you need to block the halfback or a tight end or something. But generally speaking, this will pick it up just about every single time. Now, if your guy gets hopped over, that stuff's going to happen. But that's how you would pick it up. But I don't even like doing that. I don't block anybody extra. Pretty much against any kind of blitz out there, I really don't block an extra guy. So what I like to do is like this. What I'll do is I like to really get 4 guys on one side of the field. That's a bit over the top, but I like to be over the top, especially when they're sending over the top blitzes. Now, they have to use one of these 2 guys, him or him. And they can change him to like a hook, which is what a lot of people will do, and user him, or they'll change him to a hook and user him. But regardless of the scenario, they got 2 guys and they have to cover the entire right side of the field. Now, if you try an inside pass lead to like Graham, then this linebacker here will actually make a play on the ball. So if you're going to go with the pass lead to that tight end position, you're going to want to pass lead it out, as you can see here, and you'll be able to be successful. So what I'll do is I'll pick a play action play, hopefully one with the wheel, and I'll just block that, pinch the line, and as you can see, I send that running back to the flat on the right, And I just got everything going to the right side because they're blitzing a lot of guys. And as long as we can pick up that initial heat, we're going to be good to go. As long as the A-gap gets picked up, the edge heat will not be able to get there in time. And as you've seen in this example, one thing I like to do is, again, hit that halfback in the flat. Because if they don't, put Sherman in a flat, then what's going to happen is he's going to actually end up with lead blockers. And once he gets those lead blockers, there's really no end to how many yards you can get. You could get a score on that first play. And as you can see here, we get the blocks. And as they develop downfield, you can potentially get 10 yards, you can potentially score a touchdown. Various results can vary accordingly. But as you can see here, if they start putting Sherman in a flat or something like that, then you're going to have the streak over the top. It's just a lot of different things you're going to have. They have 4 guys to cover, essentially 3.5, because Graham can't be inside pass led, but he can be outside pass led. But they got to cover those 4 guys. And if you pick a play action play and actually just pinch the line, I haven't been pinching the line at all, just to show you wouldn't have to. But if you pinch the line, it's even better. But if you pinch that line and you get those 4 guys on one side, there's just no way they're going to be able to cover everybody. You should just be able to make a real quick pass, pick up some yards, get out of bounds, whatever the case may be, whatever you're trying to do offensively. And that should just open up things. That should get them out of this defense. Shouldn't be able to run it long. I would prefer to run it under gun, but you can definitely use this same concept under center and just get as many yards as you can get. As you can see here, you can do this under center. I'll just go ahead and show that one time before we get into our defensive tip, which is actually going to be in addition to the Fired Up ebook. But one time, let's see, let's go bunch base. Bunch base. Do they have any good play action plays? Let's see. I don't know. I don't really like that. Let's go wide trips. All right. This works. PA wide receiver in. Perfect. Now, again, you can use the same concepts under center. I prefer the gun against this, just in case they don't get picked up. But it's as long as you pinch the line, the A gap itself should get picked up. And here we are again. You can go ahead and put Thomas on a wheel now. That gets picked up, and again, we can establish ourselves with a very, very quick pass. Just get rid of that ball and get as many guys as we can on that right side of the field. Just no way mathematically that they can cover that many guys. All you have to do is make the right read, and you're going to be good to go. This time we forgot to pinch the line. Now that is the danger of it, but this time we'll make sure we pinch the line. And we should be good to go, because as long as you pick up that A gap, the edge heat won't get there fast enough. For as long as you get rid of that ball, you're going to be good to go. So that is how you can beat that blitz, and that is how you can run it in practice mode. Now, what I'm going to show you is a blitz I found using that same concept, just in another formation with a little different setup. But this is one thing I can do, or you guys can do too, is, see a blitz that you like and maybe just apply it to a formation that you actually use or something like that. And our man's probably going to kill me for posting this, but it's all good. Some of you guys aren't going to like this blitz. Some of you guys are. Whatever the case may be, that's fine with me. But we're going to look at this 4-6. Now, the setup is pretty much similar. Shift the line left, linebackers right. Since we are in practice mode, we do need to slide him over that additional step. Now, what we need to do is reblitz this linebacker here, and that's actually going to be your middle linebacker. And then again, just use one of these 2 guys on the right side of the field, and it will create the same blitz concept. He tripped on his own guys there. Jeez. Sometimes that will happen in practice mode. That doesn't typically happen. That rarely ever happens in game, but in practice mode, of course, things just have to be a little bit freaky. So that's that. I'll leave a setup in the description, but all you need to do, shift the line left, shift the linebackers right, reblitz this defensive end here, and reblitz this defensive tackle here. Now in the game you won't have to slide him over, but in practice mode, if you want to work on it, slide him over a step, reblitz this guy, and use one of them. Now, often you guys say there's no way you can set that up in the game. This is actually an extremely fast setup. And the reason I say that, as I'll show you here, it's real quick. Once you got those once you have it down, this would actually already be set up, but since I gotta slide them over in practice, that's the reason for the additional step. But I'll go ahead and reset. And again, you'll just see once you got the setup down, we're already set up and we can make, you know, additional adjustments and things like that from that point. But since we're in practice again, we gotta move this guy over. But as you can see, it's gonna be set up there, and you're gonna be screaming, coming right up that A gap. And one thing that I will note in regular game, you want to shift your linemen before they actually set up. So do it right. Make that your first step, and that will make it a lot more consistent. But this is how you can use a scheme or a concept that you've seen somewhere else and apply it to what you're doing. You can do this offensively or defensively, and a lot of the top minds do this. It's sort of how the game works. You just figure out something, or you see something, or, you know, you mess with a concept you found or somebody else found, and you bring it over somewhere else, and you take advantage and definitely make it work out for the best for you. Now, the other thing I like about this is we can actually run this from the left side. Now, the only difference is we're going to actually shift the linemen right, linebackers left, reblitz the two defensive linemen on the left. In practice mode, we're going to need to move him over a step again, but in real game we won't. Reblitz him, and then just use one of these two guys on the left side of the field, and we should get some A-gap heat coming from that guy there instead this time. And the blitz actually does work a lot better in game than in practice mode, but just for the sake of being able to do it in practice mode, to work against it, to basically have the general heat still working in practice mode is definitely a plus in my book, because you can practice working on your offense to counteract these types of blitzes and, you know, work on what you should do to attack them. But you know, if you have fired up, that's definitely something you want to add to the fired up scheme. This is something I found afterwards, again, using that same concept from the GettemBooman and Takeaway. They both made that blitz initially from that 4-3 over plus. So using that concept, that's something you can apply. And, you know, again, you can do this with various blitzes. You can do this with various formations. You can do... I'm not just referring to this setup here. I'm just referring to as far as any defensive concepts you see. This is something you can do to help your defense out and take it to the next level. And honestly, this is probably one of the best defensive tips you're going to get all year, as far as just using concepts, adapting them to other formations and schemes and stuff that you like and plays that you like, and really learning how to work them and work them well. And that will help you out in the future. And again, you can do this on offense or defense. And hopefully this will satisfy you guys for a 10K sub video, because this is the goodies. This is stuff that would go in ebooks. This is the type of material that would be in there. So, you know, again, I'm so grateful for 10K, man. And I really hope this video shows how happy I am that we have 10K. Man, I love you guys. We will probably get some more streams going and stuff like that pretty soon. I'm going to start playing Madden again this week. I actually just went and picked up Call of Duty as well, so I can play with GS and a couple of the other guys from the Madden Mastermind, and, you know, play with you guys and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not too bad. I'm not too good at Call of Duty yet either, but hopefully I'll get better at that. Maybe you guys can give me some tips to get better at that, and we can learn from each other. But nonetheless, man, I really, again, appreciate the love and support. Go ahead and leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more. And until the next time, don't forget your boy, Mr. Monster Chappie. If you got friends that play Madden, send them this way. And no, I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Until the next time, guys, I love you. We gone.